This is the tutorial for HTML Basics 2, Lessons 9 through 12. Last lesson we learned about font style and changing the size of the font. This lesson we're going to talk about font color. It says what is awesome about the style attribute is that we use it a lot. And we can use it with many different tags, not just the P tag. Let's now change the colors of our text in the heading. To change the color of the text, simply add the style attribute to the opening tag. Then make the style equal to quotation mark color, colon, blue, and quotation mark, or whatever you like. For example, so here's this first example they have for you. This basically is saying you would be changing the H2 tag to be color red. What if you want to change the color and the size of the text? Simple. Just add a semicolon between each bit. For example. So here, this would be you're changing the H2 tag to have a color of green and a font size of 12px. So you're going to use a semicolon, which is this punctuation mark right there, to separate the two attributes. If you want to check out a full list of colors, you can click there. Notice that this one says, do not type something like this. If yours looks anything like this, where you have a double H2 tag, that is wrong. Alright, let's take a look at the instructions. Step 1 says change the heading color to green and its size to 16px. So right here where it says H1, that's the heading that we're going to change. So we're going to take our cursor right behind the 1 and hit space, type in style equals quotation mark color colon green, and then we have a second attribute here. We're going to change its size to 16px. So we're going to put a semicolon, and then we're going to go ahead and do font hyphen size with another colon 16px, and then we just need to finish it off with an end quotation mark. And you can see right here in the browser it's green, and that is the size 16px. Step 2 says change the color of the first paragraph to violet. Here's our first paragraph. Just stick the cursor right behind the P, space, style, equals, quotation mark, color, colon, violet, end quotation mark. There we go. And then step 3 says change the color of the second paragraph to red and its font size to 10px. Style equals quotation mark color colon red, and then we need a semicolon to add the second attribute, and we're going to go ahead and do font hyphen size colon 10px, and then finish it with your end quotation mark. There we go. Save and submit. Okay, lesson 10 out of 16, we're going to talk about font family. We've covered font colors and font sizes, but we want more power. We want to decide what font type to use. We can do this using font family like this. So here they're giving you an example with changing the H1 heading to the font family of Arial. Okay, and then you can also click here for a list of available fonts. The one thing about font families is you have to make sure that the title of the font family is capitalized. Okay, step 1 says change the font size of the first listed item, LI, to 16px and the font to Arial. So let's find our, hang on one sec. There we go. Our first listed item is here. We're going to go ahead and it says change the font, enter in the style, equals quotation mark, and we're going to start with font size, colon, 16px, and then we have to also change the font family to Arial, so we're going to do a semicolon, font hyphen family, colon, and then make sure to capitalize that font family. And then we have our end quotation mark. Step 2, change the font size of the second listed item to 12px and the font to Veranda, or actually Verdana. Second listed item, type in your style, equals, quotation mark, font, hyphen size, colon, say 12px, semicolon, and then we also need to change the font hyphen family to Verdana, capital V, E-R-D-A-N-A, end quote. And if you look over here, you can see those changes taking place. Step 3, we're going to change the font size of the third listed item to 10px and the font to Impact. You're going to go ahead and type in li style equals, hopefully you're getting the hang of this by now, quotation mark, and we're going to do font hyphen size colon 10px. So this one's going to be our smallest one. Do a semicolon and add on the font hyphen family colon capital I for Impact, end quote. Yep, there we go. And then right here where I said earlier, make sure to capitalize the first letter of Arial, Verdana, and Impact as shown. That's something you're going to need to remember in your future lessons. Go ahead and hit Save and Submit Code. Okay, a lesson 11 out of 16 is a recap. So it says, awesome job, you now got control of your web page, including the color, size, and type of your font. To recap, we use the style attribute in the opening tag like so. And then it shows you font size, color, and font family. Okay, instructions. For the paragraph on line 7, make the font have. So we're going to do 3 things for the paragraph on line 7. So we're going to start off, put your cursor behind the P, space bar, style, equals, beginning quote. Let's start with the size. Font, hyphen size, colon, and they're asking for 20px, semicolon. Let's go ahead and do our second one. A color of blue. So we're just going to type in color, colon, blue, another semicolon, and last, font family. So font hyphen family, colon, and then again, capital A in Arial, and then end quote. So this is what it looks like when you change the font size, color, and font family. Go ahead and hit Save and Submit Code. In Lesson 12, we are going to talk about background color. It says we can use the style attribute again and set it equal to background color red or whatever color you want. For example, here's how to change the background color of a P tag to red. And then it walks you through this. Instructions. Change the background color of the body tag to brown. To do so, add the style attribute to the opening body tag, similar to the example above. So we're going to go up. Your opening body tag is on line 6. We're going to make it say body style equals quotation marks background hyphen color colon, and they asked us to change it to brown. And then we're just going to do our end quotation mark. And you can see that it changed the background color of the entire body to brown. Step 2 says, change the background color of the OL tag, which stands for ordered lists, to yellow. So we're going to go up, locate the OL tag, same thing, type in style equals quotation mark, background hyphen color colon yellow, end quote. And you can see that the background color of the ordered list, which if you'll recall, ordered list means it actually has numbers, 1, 2, and 3 instead of bullets, is now yellow. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. Go ahead and hit Save and Submit Code.